Welcome back to Ancient African Archives, where we reclaim and tell the stories of Africa's true past, stories too often distorted or ignored. Today, we journey to the ancient city-state of Zazzau, now known as Zaria in northern Nigeria, to meet one of Africa's greatest monarchs, Queen Amina, the warrior queen of Zazzau. Her story is not a legend imposed from the outside. It is rooted in the realities of African leadership, culture, and strategy, truths preserved in oral histories and the African worldview. Queen Amina's life reminds us that Africa has always produced women of power, vision, and influence, leaders who shaped the destiny of entire regions. In the 16th century, the Hausa city-states of northern Nigeria were thriving African civilizations. Zazzau, like its neighbors Kano, Katsina, and Gobe, was a center of trade, culture, and political organization. Zazzau was strategically located, connecting the trans-Saharan trade networks that brought gold, salt, and knowledge across the continent. This was a sophisticated society with advanced governance, military organization, and urban planning, and Africa fully capable of self-determination. Queen Amina emerged from this context, in a society where African women could, and did, exercise power, even if later histories would try to erase them from memory. Queen Amina was the daughter of King Niketo, the ruler of Zazzau. From a young age, she demonstrated intelligence, courage, and a remarkable understanding of strategy. Unlike the portrayals imposed by foreign narratives, African oral traditions emphasize her active participation in governance and warfare. She trained rigorously in military arts, archery, horseback riding, and swordsmanship, preparing to defend her people and expand her kingdom. Even as a princess, she would inspect the city's defenses, rally troops, and organize military drills. Amina was not content to be a figurehead, she was preparing to lead. Upon the death of her brother, the throne of Zazzau was contested. Some advisors doubted a woman could lead, but Amina's abilities could not be ignored. She assumed control of Zazzau and immediately reformed its army. She built a disciplined force, strengthened the cavalry, and created a network of fortified cities, a system that would endure for generations. Amina's rise was an assertion of African sovereignty and leadership, demonstrating that capability, not gender, determined the right to rule. Queen Amina is remembered for her campaigns to secure and expand Zazzau's influence. Oral histories recount her conquests reaching cities like Kano, Katsina, and Nope, and establishing fortified outposts along trade routes. These campaigns were strategic, designed to protect her people, control trade, and strengthen Zazzau's regional influence. Amina personally led troops into battle, becoming a symbol of discipline, courage, and tactical brilliance. Her military genius ensured that Zazzau remained a center of power and a hub of African trade, connecting the region to wider networks across the continent. Queen Amina's reign was not only about warfare. She nurtured commerce, urban development, and cultural cohesion. Under her leadership, Zazzau became a thriving hub for artisans, merchants, and scholars. Markets flourished, trade routes expanded, and the city's influence grew. Her leadership strengthened Hausa language, governance, and cultural identity across her kingdom, leaving a legacy that resonates even today. Queen Amina's story, preserved in oral traditions, demonstrates the African principle that leadership is measured by wisdom, courage, and service to the people. She is said to have never married, dedicating herself entirely to Zazzau and its army, a radical assertion of female sovereignty in African history. Her life challenges narratives that African women were powerless or absent from leadership. Instead, she embodies the African worldview of balance, strength, and communal responsibility. Today, Queen Amina is celebrated in Nigeria and across Africa as a symbol of strength, strategy, and female empowerment. Statues, institutions, and cultural references honor her memory, ensuring that the story of Zazzau's warrior queen continues to inspire. Her life reminds us that African history is not something to be discovered by outsiders, it is a living heritage, preserved by Africans themselves. As we conclude our journey into the life of Queen Amina, remember this: African history is full of leaders, warriors, and visionaries whose stories have been silenced or distorted. By telling these stories from an African-centered perspective, we reclaim not only the past but also the power of African identity today. Sources and inspiration for this episode include the works of Cheikh Anta Diop, Chancellor Williams, John Henry Clark, and Molefi Kit Asante, whose scholarship helps restore the truth of Africa's past. Thank you for watching Ancient African Archives. Like, subscribe, and join us as we continue uncovering the untold stories of Africa's empires, queens, and heroes. Until next time, may the strength and wisdom of Africa's past guide our understanding of the present.